Welcome to this very special episode of Safe Home Podcast for struggling teens and their families finding their healing path. I am Beth Syverson, a mom of a 17-year-old son, Joey, who has been dealing with drug addiction, depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation for several years. I'm walking beside him as he struggles with his own recovery while I work on my own personal growth and healing. I am thrilled to welcome Joey back to today's podcast. If you've listened to the last few episodes, you might know he's relapsed about 6 weeks ago. He is still living in his dad's, so we created this recording on Zoom. But he was very interested in giving you all an insight into his life since he's relapsed. Even though substances are still in his life, he was clear and coherent during our talk, and I hope this glimpse into his life helps you have more understanding and empathy when someone you know relapses. He hopes to pop in on future interviews with other guests whenever he can. And a quick reminder that you can find us on all social media platforms, and you can subscribe on YouTube if you don't want to miss any episodes. And also, we invite you to join us on Patreon if you'd like to support us with a small financial donation every month. Patreon makes it really easy to do that. You can find that information at patreon.com/safehome. And just a quick note, this episode contains some swear words and descriptions of drug and alcohol use and may not be appropriate for sensitive listeners or younger children. Well, I'm very happy to let you all know that Joey is back with us on the podcast, at least for today.
Yep.
And if you've been listening lately, he relapsed about 6 weeks ago, but he and I have been in communication most of that time, and he is wanting to talk about relapse from a boots on the ground kind of perspective.
Yeah, like I feel like I should chime in this period of time where I'm at and say like how things are going and what led up to it, because it's very important to know what it's like. It's sort of like a reporter in war, going in war, the ones that are in the battlefield. It's a struggle, and I want you guys to know that it's not easy, and I really want to show you what the reality is of a relapse.
Before all this happened, if I would have heard relapse, I would have thought that I can't talk to you, that you would never be coherent, that you're completely off the rails. But I've had several great conversations with you over this time.
Yeah.
And you're perfectly coherent today. I think it's good to just let everyone know that we are opening our lives to show what it's like.
Yeah.
And that
It's not like when someone is under the influence of weed, they can't talk, or they're just always couch locked or something. I'm actually feeling really good. I do feel like a little lazy, but I do feel like I can get a podcast done and talk about good things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's so important for us to hear your voice. And so I'm glad you're willing to come on. Why don't you talk about what led up to your relapse? You were at our house, going to school, getting back involved in baseball and music, and things seemed to be going really great.
Okay, so what started was the anxiety in school. Was the I had like a music class, and that kind of got me anxious, and then I wanted to use because of that, and then because I didn't have anything, I just started craving and craving, and then it just led to me finding a means, which means is finding a way to get your substance or whatever. And I found a means, which was going to my dad's, and I relapsed.
Yeah. So you called your dad
Yep.
and said, "Dad, come pick me up." And he got in the car and came and got you.
Yep.
5 seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then how long before you relapsed when you were at your dad's?
It was about a day or two.
Yeah. I think you thought that you could, white knuckle it and just do it, do the thing.
No, it's not easy when you have the enabler.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, enabling is just a person that just happens to think they're helping you by like enabling essentially, but without knowing. But there can be a conscious enabler, but my dad's just an unconscious enabler. He's just like really naive and thinks is helping me by giving me money, but then at the same time he does like emotionally brigade me, you know?
He yells at you and
Yeah.
shames you when you are using substances,
Yeah,
but he's the one that's giving you the money for the substances
exactly.
or making it okay for you to do it in his house or whatever
Mhm.
is happening. And have you had conversations with him about that? Can you like, Dad, please don't give me any money?
Yeah,
That
no,
kind of thing.
no. Yeah, I tell him like just stop. And then it just happens, and then I get craved, like I get a fiend, and then like I slip, and then he just says, "Okay, Joey." Like,
He gives in.
yeah,
He
he
just
gives in.
figures it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
If he would just say no,
Oh, it would be way better.
yeah,
Easier.
yeah. I think a lot of parents, I think your dad is a particularly strong case of an enabler. And
Yes.
as you said, unconscious, which makes it way worse
Yeah.
because he doesn't even, we've tried to talk to him about it a million times and he won't even hear it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think they're helping by keeping you off the street
Yes, exactly. But the
or,
street, and that's what one of my uh allies, um one of my dad's friends told me, my dad's just an enabler and he needs to just kick me out and say no,
mm-hmm,
because that will be the time I will just finally realize,
mm-hmm,
because it's that point where you don't have any support and
mm-hmm.
people to help you, so it's all on you at that point.
Yeah. So if he kicked you out, you'd have to scramble and figure out a way to survive.
Exactly.
Hmm. And that would kind of wake you up, I think.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. You'd wake up pretty quickly, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And you'd have to like figure out logistically where to go, how to
Yeah.
get food. You'd have to find ways to get services or support or whatever you need.
Yeah.
So, uh, but I don't see that your dad will ever do that. Do you?
No, I don't think
Mm.
so.
So how aside from your dad like dying or moving to Alaska,
Uh-huh.
what's your plan with your dad?
With my dad, I'm just thinking about just getting out on my own. And that's going to be through like a sober living, because
Hmm.
that's going to be the easiest way out. Not like I'm going to take the easy way out, as in being like that type of person, but I just need a way out to get a way out. You know,
Hmm.
it's my first step out of the house to get away from my enabling father.
Hmm. Yeah. Now, in the past, he's handed you stuff in rehab. So,
Yeah.
what if you meet him for lunch and he says, "Oh, here, Joy, I know you like this stuff here."
I'm just not going to keep in contact with him for a long time.
Okay. And just kind of for your own safety.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I think I agree. I think that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
I I I hate that because it's your dad. I mean, it's as enabling as he is, it's still your dad, but
Yeah.
I think it's just such a toxic situation.
Yeah.
Um, uh, um, so why don't you talk about sober living? What you know about it anyway. I guess maybe in a future episode we'll tell you more
Yeah.
if he gets in. But what is it? I bet a lot of people don't know what sober living is.
Sober living is a place where someone can have a place to stay with other people who are like-minded, wanting to get off drugs. They're on the street and just need a place to stay where you could eat, put your clothes away, get a shower, and you have meetings, go to meetings and stuff. But it's not like a rehab where you're stuck. You can walk out whenever you want.
Yeah, but they have strong curfews and
Yeah.
house rules
Yeah.
that kind of help you stay in line.
Yeah.
Um, so, and the reason you haven't gone yet is
I'm not 18.
so in about a week and a half, you'll turn 18 and then that will open up. It's
Yeah.
been very frustrating that there's nothing like that for under 18. No one wants the liability of
Yeah.
that.
So it's messed up.
It is messed up. There's not nearly enough services for adolescents. It's been a really tough slog that way. So you're going to research sober living houses around. Well, not right around where you are right now. Hopefully, a little far away, like the next town over or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's not super close to all of your old habits and places and people.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know, was there anything I could have done or Jan could have done to prevent you from relapsing?
No, because at that point, I have it sucks because I'm turning 18. Well, like at that point, yes, you could have just said no, give me your phone, and then just have me stay there because you have all rights to do that. But when I turn 18, you don't.
Hmm. If we had taken your phone and said, no, you're staying here, what would you have done?
Oh, I would have flipped out.
Yeah. You would run away, right?
I would have ran away, but it probably would have kept me in the area.
But if you ran away, you would have gone to the streets, and there's plenty of drugs around here.
Yeah.
So, because you were fiending, you would have probably found drugs one way or another.
Yeah.
Hmm. Are you angry that we didn't do that to
No, I'm
you?
not angry. I'm just like I wish I knew like what to do about that.
Yeah. I guess we figured you'd get down to your dad's anyway. So
Yeah.
it's usually how it goes. That's kind of what our thought process was. Well, because you've walked there before.
Yeah.
So uh, we figured, well, it's like a magnet drawing you down there.
Yeah.
So, but if there are people listening, you think they should just kind of lock you down in
Yeah.
the house and take away all of your privileges and
I think that's the best for a kid under 18, but over 18, don't do anything.
yeah, you can't do anything.
You
Right.
can't do anything.
Yeah. But what if somebody did that and then they ran away?
Call the cops.
Okay, when we did that, they didn't help at all.
Well, I don't know what to do at that point because I really don't know because it's so hard. It's such a hard situation to like deal with.
Yeah. I think that I think making the person face the consequences though is the
Best thing to do.
the best thing. You
Yeah.
have to let them hit it. So they have to come up with the solution. And instead of using substances, although,
Because
maybe,
you're enabling essentially when you don't when you actually help them by not letting them go.
you're enabling them by not letting them go.
By not letting them go because if they walk out on you, that's their choice.
Yeah. So if they walk out, just let them walk out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let them walk out and see how it is out in the world
Yeah.
and see how fun that is. And maybe they will come to their senses quicker and go, well, this is not where I thought my life would go.
Exactly.
But it could take decades, though.
Yeah, but that's
I
on them.
mean, yeah, that's on them. I mean, you can't live their life for them, right?
Yeah.
And each person, no matter what their age, they have to want to be well.
Exactly.
You go into these cycles and you're in one right now of kind of self-destruction.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the other night when you stole the alcohol and
Well, yeah. I'll just say like I was with a group of friends that stole alcohol and we got caught up with the police and then I took the charges for the kids. But that's just another thing that says that I'm in a spiraling
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, you're in self-destruct mode for sure.
Yeah.
But you're still talking to me and you're still, making stuff, making music
Hmm.
and working on the t-shirt business with your friend
No.
and you're still trying.
Yes.
So that gets 100 million points.
Yeah, it's not like when someone relapse, they just sit down on their ass and does nothing and just do drugs. They happen to like they're doing drugs but trying to get out of it at the same time, which is a hard thing to do.
Yeah, just the struggle. You're just
Yeah.
tangled in it, right?
Yeah.
You're tangled in it and just trying to figure out a way out.
Yeah.
It's so hard at your age too because you're almost 18 and on the cusp of adulthood and um, needing to find a job and
Yeah.
like what the hell? What am I supposed to be doing here?
Yeah.
There's so much. So even if you were just a regular old run of the mill typical teenager, I think this is a difficult time of life
Oh
for
yeah.
everybody
Definitely.
because you're like, oh shit, I'm not ready for living by myself.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it becomes real at that point. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dealing with that and the substances and abuse from your dad, and
Yeah.
a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
What would you say you need right now, like today? What do you need the most?
Just knowing that I have support all around me, and knowing that people I love me back. And that's just, it sounds selfish, but in the end, it's not selfish. You just want someone to love you.
Yeah, that's the core. That's the crux of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just want to know you matter to somebody,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you look at people on the street, you're just like, God, that's somebody's kid right there.
Yeah, literally.
And
Or
I'm sure,
someone's mom or dad.
yeah, there people do not exist in this world completely alone. At least at one point they had somebody, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So then humans just need connection.
Yeah.
That's a primal need. So you want to stay connected like we are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you would recommend for anybody that has a person in their life that's relapsed or that's kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, to stay in connection and just love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What if people say that is enabling?
Well, don't do anything to enable, but just say like hello, and
Yeah.
like be there, as in like say like hi, how are you doing today? Not like go over to the house and give like go over to the house and give them money and stuff, but just say that you're in their life.
Yeah.
Still.
That we're still here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so no money, no anything that can be traded for money.
Yeah.
Right. And I buy you food.
Yeah, food's good.
Food is good.
Yeah.
And what about on the other spectrum? What if a parent just thought if they yelled at you enough to stop doing it, that would work?
No, that would make it worse.
Yeah. Because
That's just not a good idea.
yeah, it's not as if you have a shortage of shame already.
Exactly.
Right? You already are kicking yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think you were probably kicking yourself on the ride back to your dad's.
Exactly.
Part of you, right?
Yep.
It was half and half.
Yep.
So the middle ground of support, keeping on loving our person and reaching out. And I hope we can continue our connection, Joey.
No, yeah. Well, we'll talk a little bit after this, and thank you for having me again on this. And I really do want this to reach a lot of people, and I've seen on Anchor that it's reaching a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. We're really excited about the growth. And did you see it's in Singapore and
Yeah,
India?
I saw that.
So
It's like, whoa.
Hello to whoever you are around the
Yes,
world.
hello to the out of country viewers. So thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I hope you're really changing the world, my love.
Thank you, Mom.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you. We hope you all
Stay
stay safe.